boys and girls, this is Wildman Willis here, and I'm doing a review of WWE's SmackDown TLC pay-per-view. And all in all, even though it had a very short build, guess what? This was a great pay-per-view. The ladies and the guys put on a hell of a matches. Pretty decent action in the ring, even though it was a lot of stipulation matches. They still pulled off to be individual by each match. You didn't see the same spots by everybody, so which is cool. Got a couple of new champions, so we're gonna go into the results right now, and I'll get some of my thoughts in the matches. I ain't watched the kickoff show. Who cares about the kickoff show? Nobody cares about that match. We started off with the Wyatt family, which is Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton versus I Got Kids, Heath Slater, and Rhino. They were the tag team champions, and the Wyatt family came out on top. Bray Wyatt got his first title in tag team with Randy Orton, which is cool. I think they might go the Freebirds way and just let whoever be the tag team champions, just like the New Day is doing right now. So people pop when Randy Orton hit the RKO off and got the pin, but it looked like it was kind of some deception in the ranks with Randy and Luke Harper. We shall see how that run. Let's see what else we had. We had Nikki Bella versus Carmella in a no holds barred, no disqualification match. They put on a hell of a show, surprising enough, even though the ending was kind of weak. But I had to give it up to both ladies. They did a pretty good match. That little fire extinguisher part lasted a little bit too long, but it's a bigger story going on with them too. At the end, after Carmella got beat by Nikki Bella, we had maybe some idea who beat up Nikki at Survivor Series. Carmella says it's Natalya. We still see how that goes. Well, that's a good storyline to go on for SmackDown. So that was pretty good. Miz and Dolph Ziggler killed it tonight. Once again, a ladders match for the Intercontinental title. So they were going back and forth and back. Miz was tearing up Dolph Ziggler, and Dolph Ziggler was tearing up the Miz. They used the ladders. Did all kind of craziness. The Miz even put Dolph in the figure floor with the ladder. Cool spot. They was just trying to kill each other in that match. And the Miz came off on top. So they say this was the final match in the feud. Hopefully they keep it that way, so Miz can move on to somebody else, and Dolph can move on to something else. Had to give it up to both guys. To me, this was one of the better matches of the night. Was it the match of the night? Maybe. Probably so. Then we had, surprisingly enough, was a halfway decent match. We had Baron Corbin versus Kalisto. The little man versus the big man match. It was a chairs match. They surely did use their chairs. Kalisto got knocked silly with the chair at one point. And one point, so did Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin picks up the win. He should have won, but Kalisto put on the fight, so it didn't make Kalisto look weak. The ending didn't make Baron Corbin look weak. So, and you had the chairs, which was the equalizer for Kalisto, but he still just couldn't. He didn't have enough strength to take down the big man. So we'll see what they do with Baron Corbin later on. Maybe this is the last time they fight. We shall see. Then we had the women's tables match. Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss for the SmackDown Women's title. Thing about this match was it was slow in certain parts. They could have cut like 4 or 5 minutes out the match. It dragged on a little bit long, but surprise enough, Alexa Bliss came out and got her first title. She wasn't even the champ down in NXT, so pretty good to see her win the belt on SmackDown. She's a mean little heel, so it'll be a good story to see how they pull this off with her being smaller than everybody else, but just finding out ways to win the match and keep her title. So that's good. Hopefully they don't hot potato the women's title on SmackDown like they've been doing on Raw the last couple of months. So, and then we get to the main event, the TLC match, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles versus the Lunatic Fringe, Dean Ambrose. These two guys was trying to kill each other in the ring. Damn, Dean almost put the leg of the chair up AJ's ass so bad off that it ripped off his pants a little bit. So I hope AJ's okay. Dean was just, they was just battling back and forth in this match, forth and back. They used the tables, the ladders, and the chairs, but it was one little element missing out of this match. Our boy, some people love him, some people hate him. They thought he was a comedy act. He done finally showed his true colors. Mr. James Ellsworth turning on Dean Ambrose. Basically, he used Dean to get a contract, and he knew that he wasn't really for Dean. He just wanted to get in good, and he was probably plotting and scheming with AJ Styles all along. So AJ took advantage of the situation after Ellsworth pushed Dean off the ladder into a whole bunch of tables, cheering on his man AJ Styles, and AJ Styles is still the champ. Good, they didn't take the belt off of AJ. People were still cheering for AJ during the match, but this, hopefully, if they want to keep AJ a heel, this will work with wormy old James Ellsworth being a snivelly little coward in the corner up here helping AJ Styles win matches. So when somebody actually gets their upcomings against AJ Styles, it'll be worth it. Or if they want to turn AJ face, you can have Ellsworth turn on him after a while. We shall see. All in all, with the build the last couple weeks of the show, it came out to be a very good pay-per-view. Next week, we already got the Raw Roadblock pay-per-view next week already. For their title match, I don't know what they're going to do. I heard that they're going to put the belt back on Roman, which a lot of people don't want to see. I don't want to see it, but Raw has a lot to live up to next week with their pay-per-view. We shall see who will have the better pay-per-view, TLC or Roadblock. Well, this is Wildman Willis signing off. See you next time.